toilet. Red leaves. 3 red leaves. I give it to everyone except Luna. Carrot attack! Carrot attack! Carrot attack!
James, you need to start being quiet now.
No, I'm trying to get rid of Luna. No! No!
James, then either go downstairs or go inside.
But she's gonna fall. Now I can't sit in here. Where is Ray?
It's right here.
What? I don't see it.
Honey, it's right here.
No, I thought you said rake.
I said rag.
I got the rake.
No, honey, please don't use that. I don't want Luna to chew on it.
I'm playing the game.
James, I need you to go down the stairs or inside because I'm going to start my Bible study now.
What? I can stay out here.
Then you need to be quiet and not interrupt. Not interrupt.
Ready? Fine, you won.
James, I need you to be quiet now, please. Hi, and welcome to the Rediscover Macedonia Bible Study. I am Pastor Jessica Rivera Walker of Good Shepherd Lutheran Church. I am coming to you on Tuesday evenings from my home. Tonight, my husband is not home, so you might have cameo appearances by, that was just one of them, fun little boys. So I'm here with my 2 big dogs and my little boy, and so hopefully there won't be too much distraction, but it is nice to have you join me today. If you are watching this live, please feel free to write something in the chat and let me know that you're here watching live. Please also, if you have any questions, feel free to post a question in the chat. So we are going through 2 Corinthians, the last verse of chapter 7, and the first 7 verses of chapter 8, because that sort of constitutes one letter within the narrative of the letter of 2 Corinthians. Last week, we did an overview of kind of the different ways that Christians interpret, or particularly Lutheran Christians, look at and come to Scripture in terms of reading. So there's the devotional reading of Scripture. This is where we just let the images and the words and the Scripture itself speak to us and kind of be attentive and aware to what is being stirred inside of us. And then the historical context, where we sort of, my son was just telling me something. The historical context where we look at, okay, so when was this written? What do we know about the situation and the context that this document was in at that time? And then the literary reading, where we look at it, what kind of writing is it? What does that mean? Does that affect how we understand what Paul is trying to communicate? And then finally, the Lutheran theological understanding, or what about this letter or about this passage is law and convicts us? What about this passage is grace and brings us that grace? And so last week, we sort of stopped halfway through the literary understanding of this letter, and we talked about some phrases in Greek that Paul sort of mentions a lot and really kind of harks on. And we talked about the use of the word grace and all of that. And so there's a lot going on in this letter, and we learn from the Greek that the words that Paul is using are really important to make a parallel between giving and generosity and sharing in God's grace with others. I'm going to pause for a moment because we are live
on home television.
and then my husband is now making an appearance.
How can I help?
Daddy!
James, come on.
He can stay out. Sorry, he can stay out here. Just
What do you want from me?
Daddy, look down there. My toy car.
okay. Go in the house, and if I send him in, then
Done.
take care of him. Okay.
I saw your toy car in the middle of the yard.
But it's
Okay.
It's still like dirty and stuff.
Uh-huh.
I was thinking I could still play with it.
Okay, bad gum.
Could you please let Luna and Patty out?
They want to come in just for a little bit. I'll let them out later.
Mommy,
Okay. I'm so sorry about that.
do you see that toy?
Okay.
I haven't been able to play it for a long time, so I want to play with it.
Okay. Great. Okay, I apologize for that little interruption there. I had a parishioner text me, and then kind of everybody came in at once. I'm just gonna all right, we are going to end this stream and try this again.